Let's talk about more nerd shit today. I have no one else to talk to about this, so why not post it on the YouTube channel? It's kind of lonely out here. Why not? Helldivers 2, where are the cyborgs? Where are they? A lot of people have different theories. A lot of people think it's different reasons. Are they still there? Did they turn into the automatons? Are they working together? I don't know. Let's figure it out. If you didn't know, back in the day, the automatons were the cyborgs. The cyborgs were basically the same idea, you know, a force against Super Earth, a force against democracy, freedom. Yeah, a bunch of gay robots, honestly, like even now. Back then, they were like human and robot though. So they were kind of like grotesque looking too, because you could see all their flesh, like their skin being like stretched out to the robot mechanical parts and stuff. So it was pretty grotesque back in the day. But I mean, now it's just much more cleaner with the automatons. They're just robots, killer robots. I thought at first that it was just a design decision, like, oh, the cyborgs were a little too gross to look at, so they changed it to the automatons, more cleaner looking, something. I thought it was just a simple design change, and I still kind of think that, but there are some theories that are pretty compelling out there, so I want to go over that. Who were the automatons in Helldivers 1? Basically, same thing. They were part of Super Earth once, basically just normal people, but they turned against Super Earth. They thought the people were brainwashed. They didn't agree with the ideals. Basically some commies. They're considered terrorists. They got off Super Earth and more people joined their cause. So they were basically anti-Super Earth, and they started like experimenting with robotics, try to become more superior. But in the end, they kind of just like twisted themselves beyond recognition. They just became like mindless machines. It was kind of gross, pretty sad, but we kicked their asses in like multiple wars, so that's all that matters. The automatons slash cyborgs looked way different back then. We're gonna look over a few of them, how they look like. We're gonna go over all the enemy types, and maybe we can learn a thing or two. First one you have is the Initiate. These are your basic level grunts, Initiate, cannon fodder pretty much. They have these little pistols, little guns. They can shoot at you, they can do some damage, but these guys are super easy to take out. Nothing to worry about at all, to be honest. Super easy, simple, easy level enemy. Initiate, fucking light them up with fire. I don't know, do whatever. Next you have the squad leader soldier. These are the snitches pretty much. As soon as they see you, they shoot the flare, similar as in Helldivers 2 where the robots shoot the flare as well. Same thing, these guys do the same exact shit. They see you, they shoot the flare and alert enemies, and you have a lot more enemies coming at your way because you didn't take them out in time. Next we have the immolator. I think that's how you say it, I'm not too sure, but these guys are basically flamethrower people. They just have a flamethrower. They could fuck you up pretty bad if you get caught in it. Higher difficulties, there's like multiple in packs, and that could get pretty dangerous. They're pretty easy to take out. They have like flesh exposing themselves, so it isn't that bad to take them out. It's super easy, nothing too crazy, nothing too much to worry about. But if they do gang up on you in packs, that's gonna be a problem. I mean, the main power of any army is the variety of different troops, so this is a flamethrower troop, so it's gonna do some fire damage, gonna do some damage if you're not careful. Next we have the comrade. Okay, these guys are a little bit more dangerous. They have a giant ass cannon on their arm, so basically a super battle droid, think of that. Those cannons do some serious damage, I'm not gonna lie. If there's like a bunch of them, like a little pack of them, and they all shoot their cannon at once, they could take out some vehicles, they could take out objectives. Definitely something to look out for. I wouldn't underestimate these guys. In packs, they're pretty dangerous, and they can snipe you pretty much. They're not one shot, but they can do some serious damage if you're not careful. Comrade's not too bad, but still a little dangerous, right? Next we have the Legionnaire, and god damn it, I hate these guys so fucking much. Basically armored snitches. So on harder maps they do appear more. These basically replace the squad leaders. They're the same thing as the squad leaders, except they just have armor. These guys are definitely annoying as hell. I hate them so fucking much because it takes an anti-armor round to take them out, and you don't want to waste your anti-armor rounds on just a little simple guy, or I mean average guy. You don't want to waste that. You want to use your anti-armor rounds against tanks, against hulks, you know. So wasting ammo on these guys is super annoying, but if you do not want to get alerted, you're gonna have to do it. Next we have the Berserker. These guys are pretty crazy. They don't have the most health, but they are pretty fucking fast, and they do a lot of damage. Usually a lot of them spawn in packs, and with those packs they rush you. You have to shoot all of them. They don't have that much health, but they can overwhelm you. you, and those claws can do some serious damage. They also like stun you as well. Definitely something to look out for. These guys are probably first priority to take out first since they're so fast. Berserker, pretty crazy. They also look pretty grotesque, and they have like this sick laugh. Gross, I hate it. That's why I kill them. Kill with fire, kill with explosives. I don't know, do whatever you want, baby. That's what freedom is all about. On to the next, we have the Butcher. Butcher, these guys are actually pretty scary. These guys are pretty tanky, even though their flesh parts are exposed and you could shoot it with anything. These guys take a lot of bullets. They can eat a whole rocket as well and they still won't die, so definitely something to look out for. These guys are pretty damn fast as well, and they do a lot of damage. Definitely something to be concerned about. These guys are not to be messed around with. The lore behind them is that they basically do all the cyborg implants and do all the augmentation and do all the transformations as well. So these guys are basically the ones that make the robots into cyborgs. Maybe these guys were the ones to fully convert everyone to cyborgs, like upload their mind data to like robot machines. Maybe these guys are part of the reasons why there are no cyborgs left and mainly just robots. So maybe it's just these guys. They have a giant ass chainsaw and like a hacksaw thing for both of their arms. That's pretty crazy. It kind of reminds me of, I think they're called the Devastators. Not too sure about that, but basically the chainsaw guys in Helldivers 2. They remind me a lot of these guys. They just rush you and they have like this weird sick laugh as well. I hate them. They scare me, and I'm gonna shoot it with much bullets as possible. I don't care. This is for freedom. This is for my safety, by the way. Butcher, these guys are crazy. Definitely a tank to look out for. These guys can rush you and mess up your whole day. Next, we have the Hound, and if I do not emphasize this enough, I fucking hate these guys so fucking much. These guys are not dogs, okay? So all the dog lovers out there, they're gonna hate on the comments. These are not dogs. They are abominations to Super Earth. They are abominations to democracy, freedom. I hate them so fucking much. They are everywhere. They spawn in massive packs, and they come out of nowhere. They literally just come out of nowhere and as soon as they pounce on you, they fuck up your whole day. Like, they stun you, they knock you on the ground, then their other dog buddies come in and knock you on the ground again. And when you're on the ground, enemies are advancing towards you and they're gonna fuck your whole day up. So these guys are so annoying. They don't have that much health, but they come out of nowhere and they attack you like super fast. I hate these guys so fucking much. Out of all the enemies on this list, the Hound is the most annoying fucker on this list. These guys are so fucking annoying. An interesting enemy. I would like to see him again in Helldivers 2 as like a robot dog thingy. That'd be kind of cool. And I'm glad I killed as many as I fucking could, because I hate these guys so much and they're the reason I died a lot in Helldivers 1. Fuck these guys. On to the next. Next, we have the Grotesque. These are basically your cannon fodder enemies. They just rush you. They spawn in multiple packs. Melee damage. They're kind of like mindless. Not too crazy to take out, but they can overwhelm you, especially paired with all the other enemies. They can distract you, and while you're shooting at them, other enemies advance towards you, and that sucks. So basically gives you more stuff to shoot at, more enemies to deal with. Their lore is basically they're fallen soldiers of battle, and they basically just get reused into like these weird grotesque, hence the name, enemies to be repurposed in combat. Pretty sad, but you gotta shoot them anyways for freedom, for democracy. Next, we have the Hulks. These guys aren't too bad. They do look pretty scary. These are not too bad. You can take them out with small arms fire. So basically, any weapon you have, your primary, you can take them out. These guys do eat up rockets though, so they are pretty beefy to take out. These guys are pretty easy since they have the fleshy part. The front of them are exposed with fleshy parts. Even if you shoot at them, they kind of just like hide themselves behind the shield, and at that point you can just run away and then they'll despawn eventually. But they are pretty beefy and can fuck up your whole day. Definitely a low tier tank. And yeah, on to the next. Next, we have the Infantry Fighting Vehicle, IFV. These guys aren't too bad. I know it looks scary. I know it looks heavily armored, especially if you played Helldivers 2. The tanks are super beefy in that game, and like rockets can ricochet and everything can like, you can throw multiple rockets and they still won't die. Helldivers 1, you can literally just shoot it with one rocket and it will be gone. Not scary at all as long as you have a rocket, as long as you have some type of stratagem that can take out armor. But in Helldivers 2, the tanks are definitely more scarier since their armor is much more heavy and it takes multiple rockets rockets to take them out. There's that sweet spot in the back, but still takes a lot more rockets to take out compared to Helldivers 1, where you just needed one rocket to take out shit. Next, we have the Warlord. This one is the most beefy enemy in Helldivers 1 for the Cyborgs. These guys can take 2 rockets. Usually tanks take 1 rocket, but these guys take 2. Definitely more scary. There was one instance where I literally had 50 of them on screen and there was nothing I could do. I had no nukes, I had no rockets or anything. Definitely a sad day if you don't have any anti-armor. These guys will fuck up your whole day. You usually have to assassinate one of these on like lower level missions, but on the higher missions, these guys spawn in like they're just regular enemies. Definitely the strongest soldier for the Cyborgs. And this is the enemy that looks the most like the automatons, fully armored like a robot almost. They're equipped with like a giant ass autocannon, does explosive damage, and it's pretty scary. These guys are definitely the worst of the worst, but they do look like the automatons the most, like that cyborg robotic. But yeah, that's it for the Cyborgs. Helldivers 1, they were definitely interesting. Those were the enemies I fought against the most. There are some theories around that they're still on Cyberstan, and it's kind of weird because Cyberstan is actually a planet in Helldivers 2 that we haven't reached yet. It's still liberated, and some people, some theories are suggesting that they're trapped on Cyberstan and the automatons were made to free them. But maybe the Cyborgs made a robot army. That robot army is trying to free them. I don't know. Definitely interesting. A lot of theories going around. These all sound like ghost stories, which is funny because like this is like a community war, and this sounds like there's a bunch of theories going around, and it's just funny to see how involved the community is. Some people say they're still around and they're trapped on Cyberstan, and the automatons are going to free them. Some people are saying that it's just a design change. I agreed with that as well, that they were just a simple design change. They just wanted something different. But now that I'm thinking of it, it is kind of fun to think that they're still alive and they're still out there somewhere and they're about to be free, especially if Cyberstan is still a planet in Helldivers 2. After the war in Helldivers 1, after we beat them, we did force them to do voting polls and basically turn them into democracy. We literally just said, fuck you guys are gonna vote now. We put our own elected officials over there, so it's definitely weird. You can see on the screen right now, I'm gonna put it up. Basically, we democratized, is that a fucking word? We basically put democracy in front of their faces and force them to eat it. That's what we're all about, baby. But what do you guys think? You guys think they're gonna come back? Are they still trapped on Cyberstan? Was it a simple design change? I don't know. What do you guys think? I like to think that they're still out there. Some people are also saying that they kind of just uploaded their consciousness to the robot like bodies, so they just uploaded their minds into the robots, and now the robots are basically the sons and daughters of the Cyborgs. Maybe they thought becoming completely robotic was the answer to their evolution. I don't know. Sounds pretty interesting. We'll see though. I don't think there's that much news from the devs yet explaining that. Maybe they're still out there. There is space on the war table for them, so we'll see. Cyberstan still exists. Are we safe? Will they come back? What do you guys think? But one more thing before you go. We are officially back. Join, subscribe, join the army. We are building something here. Comment for the Republic if you made it this far. Every time I see that, I laugh. It's awesome. I love you guys. Comments are out of control. You guys are amazing. I love you guys so much. You guys make life so much better. Dad advice before we go. I'm not a dad, but maybe some advice will help you. Maybe this is what you needed to hear. Maybe this is why the universe made you click on this video. What I'm gonna say is be a good person. You know, just be a nice person. Obviously, don't get taken advantage of, you know, but just be a kind person, be a good, genuine person, you know? Say hi to people, it makes you feel good. Ask people about their day, compliment on someone's shoes, on someone's jackets, on someone's hair, I don't know. Compliment, do something, be a nice person, be a force of good in this world. Why not? Make the world a better place. Do you. Of course, take care of yourself. Do not put other people in front of you first. Take care of yourself first. Take care of your family, your friends, and then you can worry about others. But also be a good person. Don't be a douche. And yeah, until the next time, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. I love you. And if you don't think anyone loves you, well, goddamn it, I love you, man. Keep on going. Keep on striving. And until the next time, baby, keep on pushing.